In this lesson, I'm going to go over our recommended drone equipment. Drones are amazing. Let's just get that out of the way. And since the advent of the consumer drone, they've become easier to access and more affordable than ever before. And as time has gone on, they've become easier to fly, more stable, and with better cameras on them. So it's a great time to get into drone videography or photography. The company that we recommend is DJI. They have been innovators in the drone arena since really the beginning, and they make a number of drones that are great for sort of any price point. So they have several tiers, starting with the cheapest models being the Spark and the Mavic. Then in the sort of mid-range professional tier, they have the Phantom series. And then in the high-end professional tier, they have the Inspire, plus some drones where you can attach any camera that you want to them. If you're starting out, getting a drone with a built-in camera is great. The quality of the camera is amazing, and you're gonna get 4K, HD, amazing quality, slow motion footage with most of these drones. There are some differences though in the quality of the camera sensor and the drones themselves in terms of the flight capabilities. So the drone that I have right here is the Phantom 4 Pro. It's the latest Phantom in the series. Now, of course, when you're watching this, they might have a Phantom 10 by this time because they're always coming out with new toys and equipment. But this drone is amazing. I got the Plus model. The Plus model comes with a remote controller that has a built-in screen to it. Most of the original drones, you had to use a tablet or a smartphone, which would be sort of your viewer and allow you to control all of the settings from the remote control. But now with this remote control, it's amazing. The built-in screen is super high resolution. It's very bright. So even if you're out during the day, you can see what you're actually looking at, which is hard with a lot of smartphones or tablets. So this is the Phantom 4 Pro Plus package that I got. In terms of the video quality, it's amazing. You get the 4K, it's 100 megabits per second, so super duper high quality. You have all kinds of resolution options going down to 2.7K. You have your 1080p, your 720p, and also different frame rates. You can shoot up to 120 frames per second with this camera in the 1080p mode. You can shoot up to 60 frames a second in the 4K mode, so you can still get that sort of slow motion look if you want with the 4K footage. The other thing you'll notice with this camera is the 3-axis gimbal. So it will go up and down, left to right, and rotate to make sure you get that steady shot. Now, if you take it up a step to the DJI Inspire, you actually can man the camera separately from the flight. So you can have two controllers, two people, one flying, one controlling the camera, which gives you even more control. It can be more efficient and be safer with one person just focusing on flying while the other person is getting the right shot. With the lower end models like the Mavic and the Spark, you still get great video. The Spark does shoot 1920 by 1080p HD footage, but the Mavic actually does have 4K footage. The sensor just isn't as big and the quality of the footage won't be the same as the Phantom. The Mavic does have a 3-axis gimbal. The Spark doesn't. It has a mechanical gimbal that can move up and down, but you don't have the same maneuverability of the Mavic or the Phantom or the Inspire. With all of these cameras, you have manual settings, so you can shoot either all automatic or you can use your manual settings that we've learned in this class, like your aperture, your ISO, and your shutter speed, which gives you more control. A couple cool features that the Phantom and the Mavic Pro lines have are tracking options, so you can actually track moving objects in your frame. The drone will lock on to that car, that person, whoever it is. You also have a setting where the drone will track you and the remote. So if you're moving, it will follow you, which is pretty cool if you want to get some great selfie video of you doing something awesome. There are other drone companies out there. GoPro makes their own drone, the Karma, which is also an awesome drone. You can pretty much put any GoPro on that drone and it has a lot of the same features like tracking. Both the Karma and the Mavic and Spark are smaller, which allows you to travel better with it. And that's one thing you have to take into account when you're purchasing a drone. The Phantom comes in a case and you can get a backpack for it, but it takes up a lot of room. The Karma, the Mavic, and the Spark, those things fold up. I mean, literally, it can be like a brick, like this big, and so you can go anywhere with it. this definitely takes up a little bit more room and isn't as portable. We definitely recommend that you check out the websites DJI.com and GoPro's websites to see all of the rest of the specs and options that you can get with their drones. And by the time you're watching this, they might have newer models out. So make sure that you do your own research before making a decision. I will say that I've personally used the Inspire, the Phantom, and the Mavic. They're all great. And right now I'm really loving the Phantom. Thank you so much for watching this lesson. And then later on, we're going to have specific videos on tips for flying with your drone and getting great videos.